Hi everyone. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to simplify radicals. And in this section of the videos, we are going to practice with proper questions. So we have already listed 5 questions below here for us to practice. So after we practice many questions, we will be able to understand how to simplify radicals and also know how to add or subtract the radicals. Okay, so now I don't want to waste your time. So what I have to do now, just go straight to the questions and give you the full solution. So please stay with me a little bit longer to find out how can we solve these questions together. Alright, now I'm going to solve each question for you. So as we can see, we have A here. So how can we solve these questions? Actually, the first things that you have to know before we can solve these questions, if we want to add or subtract the radicals, we have to have the same radicals. But if we don't have the same radicals, so we cannot add or subtract together. So then now we have to simplify each radical first. Like here we have square root of 8. So square root of 8 can be simplified. So then, okay, so now we have square root of 8 could be written as 4 times 2, okay? Alright, so now 4 times 2, which is equal to 8. But as we already know that 4 is a perfect square, and we can write 4 equal to 2 square here. Okay, so then let's just move to the next step. We have to plus with this one here. So we cannot do anything with this one, so we just keep it still the same, okay? And then minus. So we have 5 square root of 32, and 32 here we have to write it into two common factors. So 32 could be written as 16 times 2. And as you already know that 16 is a perfect square, right? Which is equal to 4 square. And then plus with 36 and times with 2. And as you already know, 36 is equal to 6 square. Okay, so now let's move on. Here we have 2 square times 2. So 2 square times 2, we have 2 square here. So we can simplify these radicals, which is gonna give us 2 square root of 2. Yeah, and then plus with this one. Okay, and then minus. So we have 5, and for this one we can simplify the radicals. So like 4 raised to square or 4 square. So we have square simplify with the square root, and it's gonna give us 4 square root of 2. So that will be 5 times 4, and then square root of 2. Okay, and then plus. So here we get 6 square root of 2. Okay, now let's move on. Equal to. Now we can add or subtract these numbers because we have the same radicals. Okay, so actually when we have the same radicals like this, we can just factors square root of 2, and then we get here we have 2 here got left, and then plus with 3, and then here we got minus 5 times 4, which is equal to 20. That will be minus 20 here. And then plus with 6 here. Okay. Let's move on. So now we can evaluate the number in the bracket here. We got 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. And then minus 20, that will be equal to minus 15. And minus 15 plus 6, that would be equal to minus 9. Okay, so then we can get minus 9 square root of 2. So that will be the final answer for question A. Okay, so now let's look at the question B. Here we have similar questions. So okay, let's do it together. We have here 6 square root of 12. So 12 could be written as 4 times 3. Alright, so then minus with square root of 48. So 48 could be written as 16 times 3. Okay. Okay, so 16 times 3, which is equal to 48. Alright, and then plus with square root of 75. So square root of 75 could be written as 25 times 3. Okay, so then minus square root of 108. So 108 could be written as 36 times 3. Okay. Alright, so then equal to. So we have 6 here. As we already know, 4 is a perfect square. So it will give us 2 square root of 3 times with 2 square root of 3. And then minus. We have 2 and then 16 is a perfect square. And then when we simplify with the radical, it will give us 4. So that will be 2 times 4 square root of 3. And then plus. So 25 is a perfect square, so it gives us 5 square root of 3. And then minus. And then 36 also a perfect square, so it will give us 6 square root of 3. Okay, and then equal to. So now we have 6 times 2, which is equal to 12 square root of 3, and then minus 2 times 4 here, which is equal to 8 square root of 3, and then plus. So we plus with this. Okay, so now we have the same radical here, which is square root of 3. So when we have the same radicals, we can add or subtract these numbers. Okay, if we want to make it easier, so we can just factor square root of 3. Factor square root of 3, and then we got 12 minus 8, and then plus with 5, and then minus 6. Okay, so we can calculate this number. We got 12 minus 8 equal to 2, 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7, and then 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1. So that will be equal to 1 square root of 3. But 1 is not necessary to write, so we just can keep the answer, which is square root of 3. Okay, now we have solved the problem B, so the next question should be question C here. I'm sure that you probably already understand the first two questions. You probably be able to do this question as well. Okay, so then equal to, so this one we don't have to do anything with this one, just keep it. Okay, and then here we have minus square root of 125, so then which is equal to 25 times with 5. Okay, and then minus, so 180, which is equal to 36 times with 5. Okay, so 36 times 5, which is equal to 180. Okay, and then plus 4 square root of 20, and square root of 20 could be written as 4 times 5. Okay, so then we keep this still the same, which is 2 square root of 5, and then minus, so 25 here will give us 5 square root of 5, and then minus, so 36, which is equal to 6 square root of 5, and then plus, so we have 4 here, and then times with, so 4 under the square root here, which is equal to 2 square, and then it will give us 2, so that will be 4 times 2 and square root of 5. Okay, and 4 times 2 is here, we can calculate it now, which is equal to 8. Okay, all right. Okay, so now, okay, let's move on. We have 2 square root of 5, and then minus 5 square root of 5, and then minus 6 square root of 5, and then plus 8 square root of 5. So we also have the same radicals, which is square root of 5. Okay, so then we can factor square root of 5. So what we can get, we get 2 minus 5, and then minus 6, and then plus with 8, and then we can put square root of 5 behind the bracket. It doesn't matter if you want to put these radicals in front of the bracket or you want to put it behind the bracket. It's just still the same because it is a multiplication sign. Okay, so now let's get started evaluating this number in the bracket here. So what we can get, 2 minus 5 equal to minus 3, minus 3 with minus 6 equal to minus 9, minus 9 plus 8 here, which is equal to minus 1. So that will be equal to minus 1 square root of 5. And as I said, we don't need to write 1. So we just delete it like this, and we get the answer, which is minus square root of 5. That is the answer for C. Okay. Alright, so then now we have another questions, which is D here. We will do it just the same. So I'm sure you probably already understand. So let's go quick. Okay, then equal to. So minus. So square root of 20 could be written as 4 times 5. So 4, which is equal to 2, then that will be 2 square root of 5. And then plus 3 here. So square root of 45 could be written as 9 times 5. So 9, which is equal to 3, and that will be 3 times 3, and then square root of 5. Okay, and then minus 6 square root of 80. So 80 could be written as 16 times 5, and 16, which is equal to 4. So we will get 6 times 4, and then square root of 5. Okay, and then minus 125, which is equal to 5 square root of 5. That is easy, right? Okay, so then equal to, I just want to go a little bit faster because you already understand, so maybe you can solve it by yourself, but we have to finish this question. Okay, so let's go on. So we have minus 2 here, yeah, and then plus with 3 times 3, which is equal to 9 square root of 5, and then minus 6 times 4 here, which is equal to 24 square root of 5, and then minus 5 square root of 5. Okay, and then equal to, and this number can be add or subtract together because we have the same radical. Okay, so then now we got minus 2 plus 9, which is equal to 7 square root of 5, and then minus these numbers. Okay, and then equal to, so we got 7 square root of 5 minus 24, which is equal to minus 17 and square root of 5, and then minus 5 square root of 5. Okay, and now we get minus 22 square root of 5. Okay, that is the answer. Alright, so now we have to finish the last question here. So then let's finish it together. So now we have 27 could be written as 9 times 3. Okay, and then minus 2 square root of 3, and then plus, so square root of 48, and 48 could be written as 16 times 3. Okay, and then minus 3 square root of 75, and 75 here could be written as 25 times 3. Okay, alright, so then equal to, so 9 which is equal to 3 square root of 3, and then minus 2 square root of 3, and then plus, so we got 2 times 4 here because 16 is a perfect square and it gives us 4, and then 4 square root of 3, and then minus 3 times with square root of 25, which is equal to 5, so that will be 3 times 5, and then square root of 3. Okay, and then equal to, so now we got 3 square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 3, so that will be equal to 1 square root of 3, so we can write square root of 3 only. Okay, and then plus with 2 times 4, which is equal to 8, that will be plus 8 square root of 3, and then minus, so we got 3 times 5, which is equal to 15, that will be 15 square root of 3. Okay, and then equal to, so here is 1 square root of 3 plus 8 square root of 3, which is equal to 9 square root of 3, and then minus 15 square root of 3. So now we can subtract this number. What we will get, we get minus 6 square root of 3. Okay, so minus 6 square root of 3 is the answer for E. Now we have solved all the problems, and I hope you enjoy watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for my future video, and please don't forget to put the bell ring whenever I upload my latest videos so you can get the notification. Okay, and thank you so much for watching this video, and goodbye, see you in the next video.